Well, welcome back to Doc's Hot Shop and Forge. So today I thought, after spending a rather productive weekend going through old storage boxes, that I would start re-exploring some of my ideas from when I first started blacksmithing and bladesmithing. So what we have here is a small drop point hunter, blade length somewhere in the vicinity of 100 millimeters or 4 inches, depth somewhere in 35 to 40 millimeters, so inch and a half ish, with an overall length of something on the order of 220 or 8 3/4 inches. I was doing a lot of hidden tang construction at that time, and I think this would probably work out well in that respect. I have this piece of ball bearing ball. This is partially drawn out 40 millimeter ball, so 52/100 grade steel. I liked doing these sketches, and sometimes I had my dad help out. But this design is somewhere in the vicinity of 24 to 25 years old and never got anywhere. Also did a little bit of sketching around the idea of some kitchen knives apparently. So further ideas to follow up on. So this will be the last major forging before I do some major shop remodeling. So there's a fly press coming in the next couple of days, which will need setting up. I go back to full-time hospital duties in the next week or so, which is going to put a bit of a crimp on things. So this is probably the last real opportunity to do some serious forging. So we've got to get this down to about 4, maybe 5 millimeters in thickness, and have at least enough drawn out for the blade and drawn out for the tang. We could probably, if we don't have enough for the tang, weld on a little piece for the tail end of the tang. Seeing as though it looks like I was going with the idea of a nut to hold the pommel in, but we'll figure that out as we go. Guard looks like I was planning on casting, as I don't engrave things. So let's get things hot, let's have some fun and see how far we get. Right now we're more interested in gaining width than we are length. At the moment we are at 25 millimeters, we need another 10 millimeters. Now without a little bit of intervention, I'm going to run out of width. I don't want to go much thinner than that. 35. You can work with 35. So, whilst we wait for the file guide to arrive for grinding the blade, we're going to work on the material, or the pattern for the guard, because the detail that I want in the guard is just a little bit too much to engrave. It's too deep, so it's better to cast it. So we're going to carve it out of a block of wax. This is hard carving wax. First off, let's get our block of wax carved down to size. Takes a bit out. Well, this will probably get less than it. Alright, square's not second, let's get those. Now, tip for those who have to saw wax: get the number 0 spiral blades. Being spiral, yes, they have a wider kerf, so they cut, you lose more material, but being spiral, they clear the sticky swarf from wax very well. So, this is going to be a big cut. Let's begin that. As you can see, it's a very fast saw for having very fine teeth. That will become the guard. We've got to carve this out of that and put in the overlay, which will be carved into it. So let's tidy up these sawn edges so we've got a nice flat parallel block, and we'll start laying out the final shape. So, pardon my fingers being in the way a little bit. Laying out and we avoided our line on the other side too. Now we lay out the basic radius in. Now that's a bit squarer than we'd like, but it allows us to get rid of the bulk of the material that we need to get off. So, much jiggery pokery later, I have the relief carved in, and we're pretty much ready to invest so we can cast it. So that brings us to the end of part 1 of forging the drop point hunter. Got the blade drawn out. We've got how much blade have we got? We've got the 100mm we were looking for. We've got a little bit more tang than we need. We are over thickness, which is what we want. It's nice and straight. This has been annealed, so insofar as drilling in 52-100 steel, this will go as easy as it gets. To help with the grind lines, Creative Man have come through with a lovely file guide, which I will be using. I won't be reviewing because, well, these have been reviewed enough online already. But I am very grateful for them being able to supply on such quick and short notice. I will be casting the guard that you watched me carve earlier. I had a bit of a mental fade and forgot to record the actual investment process. I'm not sure how well it will reproduce the detail in the carving, because I've had to use plaster of Paris as my investment material, as my supplier now only supplies by the £50 box. So that's where we're at with that. In the next part we will cast this and grind the blade, and then for the final one we'll do the heat treat and the fit up. So this will end up as a 3-parter. If you enjoyed this video, hit the thumbs up, feel free to share on social media, and if you haven't already subscribed, I'd love it if you hit that subscribe button. When you do, ring the notification bell. So get out to your shop, have fun, push your envelopes. This is the most detailed carving I've done in a very, very long time. But above all, stay safe, and I'll catch you for the next one.